event is initiated by the IPN, the Affiliate Network. Thank you for Adriani and Paul as well. Okay. There you go. There you are. To arrange this event. So today we're going to hear some speakers. We have 4 startups who will speak about their own experiences building their startup from GEPI. 2 of them are our incubators. One of them use our co-working space. And another one, bootcamp. So previously we have a bootcamp program. So I'll explain a little bit about GEPI from the operation side. So we have about 500 square meters here for the space. Right now we have the co-working programs, and we also have a coding class. We have 3 types of coding class to support the startup. We have also events like this for the startup to attend and to learn and basically to educate the ecosystems about science. What else? I think that's it, the opening for a little bit about GEPI. And we will hear another sharing session from Harun, who will share his experience GEPI and also his involvement in another organizations like this. And without further ado, please welcome Harun Hajadi.
Thank you, Brad. First of all, welcome everyone to GEPI. Yeah, I'll try to mix Indonesian with English. Karena I was talking to David. David has been here for 3 years. 4 years. And he still cannot speak Indonesian. And yet his girlfriend is Indonesian. Something wrong with it. Okay, jadi GEPI is organization started by at that time when Secretary Hillary Clinton came to Indonesia, so she started this GEPI, Global Entrepreneurship Program, and then a few prominent business people in Indonesia we started. We embraced the idea and we tried to create this GEPI, Global Entrepreneurship program in Indonesia. Some people ask me why the incubator is called Ciputra GEPI. By the way, my name is Harun Hajadi. I'm from Ciputra Group. I'm the managing director of Ciputra Group. And the reason why we named Ciputra GEPI is because we contributed space for the incubator. But it's only for the incubator. The program itself is still under GEPI. So the program is not Ciputra GEPI. The incubator is called Ciputra GEPI. So that's the original idea of the Ciputra GEPI. Now, di sini we have this about 500 square meters. Yeah, like Franz was telling you that we have some mentoring sessions. We invite speakers. We try to provide also network to whoever the entrepreneurs require, basically. Yeah, we try to connect with the right people. It's not like the mentors know better than these entrepreneurs know. We just try to provide the wisdom to them. Yeah, with our experience, the mentors' experience, not really trying to teach them. You can see later that we have tiga entrepreneurs yang nanti akan present their case. Some of you are the investors. You can look at them, and of course you can invest in these 30 amazing companies. I'm also involved in Endeavor Indonesia. I'm currently the chairman of Endeavor Indonesia. Endeavor is also an organization that tries to promote entrepreneurship in Indonesia. Indonesia needs a lot of entrepreneurs, basically, because entrepreneurs can provide jobs. That's the main thing. Entrepreneurs can provide jobs. We also, the Ciputra group, has a university called Universitas Ciputra. Universitas Ciputra is also a university that thinks as an entrepreneurship university. Yeah. We try to add a program called entrepreneurship program that requires those students to have ventures before they graduate. So they have to provide jobs before they even graduate. So that's something that we try to do. Until now, we have graduated about 1,600 students. Yeah, before they graduate, before they even graduated, they already provided about usually about 5 to 10 employees per venture. That's all I want to share, friends. Unless you guys have questions about GEPI, if not, then who are the companies?
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Do you mind sharing your experience?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I myself also invest or part of some venture capital. Yeah. In Indonesia, like for example, I'm one of the founder of Maluku, and also PT Peningkatan Modal Indonesia. Yeah, so we invest peningkatan modal invest in social entrepreneurs. However, Maluku invests in anything interesting. So we have actually raised about 15 million US, yeah, with the Maluku and PT Peningkatan Modal Indonesia. Indonesia, I think for the startups, we are still in a very infant stage, yeah, but it's a very interesting stage at this moment. So there are a lot of, basically there are a lot of investors actually looking at Indonesia. My very good friend, Peng.
Oh, Rebel. My name
Rebel's Monk Hill, like that's a good example that he moved actually from Singapore to Indonesia. He basically packed everything from Singapore to Indonesia and wants to invest in Indonesia and wants to be part of the Indonesian entrepreneurship environment. So that says a lot because he actually has done a lot in Singapore and he has been very successful there, but he decided to move to Indonesia. Basically, that says a lot. I was telling him that it's more than encouraging. Actually, it's really something for him to basically move here and spend full time here as a full-time investor. Okay, guys, do I have companies? Oh, okay, please. Thank you.
So we have Rama, Dhonanto from Sportdeca, and we have area, and we have Suryawan from Mare Food, one of our used our co-working space before. And actually, he's been very nice. So he brought his products there. It's a snacks, seafood snacks. So you can take it before it's gone out. Okay. So they will give us a presentation about share their experiences and to tell you about their business model. So who's going to be first? Okay, perfect. Rama first. So yeah, while waiting for this, so our last incubation program was in 2015. We have 200 applicants, but we only accepted 8 out of 8 incubators. Right now, 4 of them are already funded. I think it's total about $1 billion for startups related to the incubation programs. And yeah, okay, go ahead, Sportdeca.
Hi, good evening. My name is Rama Dhonanto. I am the co-founder of Sportdeca. I was one of the entrepreneurs who did the CGI boot camp. So back then, my startup was operating, so it was different startup. So it was a training platform. Basically, I was trying to create what Airbnb did, but this is just for fashion. But then I changed my business idea after GEPI, and I went to some startup competition, and then I went to I had a few critical advices from my mentors, and then I changed the business model and the whole thing to Sportdeca. So basically, Sportdeca is an e-commerce business. So we started selling just Nike and Adidas. We know sport is has a big industry in Indonesia. I think as the country grows, the awareness of people doing sport and healthy lifestyle increases as well. So and we see the gap that we see Zalora, Lazada, Veribeca. They don't specifically sell sport items. So we see there's a gap there. Next. So basically, we launched in November 2014. I love sport myself, and we have a team who has been in the sport industry for more than 10 years, and we also have someone who's been in the e-commerce business for a couple of years. So combine the whole thing, we made it quite a good team, and we launched Sportdeca only in 6 weeks, just from the idea until it goes live. Next. Look, I'm probably not going through the whole presentation here. This is just a company profile that we don't give to suppliers. But then the story is we grew from only 3 people up to now we have 25 people. So 25 people, and last year December, we have a sister company as well called Sportdeca. So Sportdeca is basically selling curated items, more like a design and for premium audience, whereas Sportdeca is selling sport brands. Let's go next. We started just selling sport items and equipment, and we grow bigger and bigger. If we go next. This is just some of the stats. It was back like 3 months ago, so it's not updated. If you go next, next again, sorry. Next. This is the team. Last year we were at Bangli. Now we moved the office to Sleepy. As we grow and we expand the team. Next. This is some of the key partners that we have. Go next. Next. So this is the Sportdeca. Basically, they sell like a lifestyle products for premium audience. Go next. Next week. So this is the story. December 2015, we got acquired by a Singaporean company called MeetMe. So MeetMe has 30 million users, and they want to they call themselves as a social network application application for entertainment, right? So they have 30 million users, globally, and they have, I think, 10 million of them are from Indonesia. So they want to expand their e-commerce division. So they started in December 2015. GEPI is a company which is listed in Australian exchange. Soon they will be on Singapore exchange and Nasdaq. Next. So now, because of this deal, now I'm looking after some of the e-commerce from outside Indonesia, because GEPI itself, before they acquired us, they already have 2 e-commerce, one in Malaysia and one in Singapore. It's called Sold, S-O-L-D. They have Sold.fy and then they have Sold.sg. Now we just launched just last week or a couple of weeks ago Sold.id. So Sold.id, basically we sell gadget electronics. So it's an e-commerce website, B2C, to sell gadget electronics. So now we have the lifestyle products, we have the sport products, so we have the electronic engagement products. So we don't make one big e-commerce website like Lazada, which sells everything, but we have separate websites that differentiate between each other. And so now part of my job is to look after all those 5 e-commerce, and also we have other e-commerce project on the pipeline. We're trying to build an A2C business for emerging markets like India and Philippines. We're also building a C2C platform. So e-commerce is, just in the last three months, things just got bigger and changed a lot. I have the opportunity to learn the e-commerce industry in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and soon will be in India and Philippines. But the whole thing that I want to say to you is because 2013 I came back to Indonesia from New Zealand after living there, for 10 years. I came back here. Never been to Indonesian school. I never worked in Indonesian companies before. Didn't have anyone. Didn't have any network. I came here. I just want to start a business. I tried different business ideas. I failed one, failed two, failed three. And then 2014, I launched a business called Sportdeca, and it went successful. And GEPI helped me a lot along the way. Because I didn't know anybody, I joined this community back then. This space was this space was still in a rough condition. It was only just like on that side of the space. It was only like 10 or 15 of us worked between 6 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock at night. Some of us slept at the incubation. They brought their air bed, and so we work hard. And then now some of us, I think most of us now, we went outside the GEPI. We had our own office, our own scene. After all this, events after events, we participate. So the whole idea is, I think, if you want to start, this is a good place to be. And it's not saying, not promoting GEPI or whatever, but in having to know people. And all of these are actually my colleagues at GEPI. We started together. We were on the same table. Sometimes we see each other too often, so that we get bored, and we have to. But yeah, so that's just how I started. And I would love to share more and answer some questions from you. And I want to hand over to William. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rama. Hi, my name is William. I'm from the Mare food. So I'm a manufacturer. My startup is a seafood snack manufacturing. So it's not a tech, it's not a website, it's not a technology, but we manufacturing because I'm a chemical engineer. I create product. Next. So here's my product. By the way, you can try my product as well because it's all free. And then yes, I would like to try. I would like all of you to try and then ask your feedback and anything because I would really love feedback for improvement. So this is our product. Next. calamari. This is our best-selling product. This is something that this is the product that makes my business can make a great cash flow in the bazaar and offline and online. And also the second one is the Dhonanto shrimp. This is our one of the product that I make it like more limited edition. So that's why I say that the most pre-ordered product. And also the upcoming things that I want to sell is the ikan curry or anchovy, the small one. So the next question is, why seafood? First, I really see that Indonesia next has an abundant resource. We have one of the biggest country in the world who have abundant seafood around the world. We are one of the biggest archipelago in the world. But the problem is when you go, for example, if you go to the modern retail market, for example, you go down to Rama market or maybe go down to food hall or any modern retail market here in Indonesia, if you see any seafood product, mostly are imported from Thailand, Japan, or Taiwan. So that's the thing that I see. We have a abundant resource, and even our government is really supportive to the maritime and fishery industry. But the downstream product, we rarely to see it in the retail market. So that's why I choose seafood as my business. And also, the seafood itself, compared to the land-based product, seafood can be more delicious, even without the flavor, and also high nutrition. High nutrition is like, after you know about all the seafood, high calcium, high mineral, vitamin, and also like omega-3, omega-9s, and so on. And also, I think why I started, because the business of seafood, because even the government right now has put attention to how seafood, marine, and any marine industry can be the next big things in Indonesia. And also because we collaborate some with suppliers, which are some of them are fishermen. We also support the fishermen's life. Next. And 2016, I see it as my relaunching program. Why relaunching? Because we temporarily stopped in 2015. Why? Because we started this in 2013. But because of in 2013 I started and then I sell it and I launched the brand in 2014. But the problem is the fact that I have is, even though I can make a green cash flow, but is it in the manufacturing? If you are in a small scale, you won't get like a good return. So that's why in 2015 I'm more focusing in finding investors, how to make my business more scalable based on what I have done in 2013 to 2014. So that's why I said this is in 2016 relaunching program. So and if you want to see, this is my sales strategy. I want to see. Hopefully in this year, I want to sell my product in the offline market, like the modern retail market, and also the resellers, and also the online for sure, the social media, the website, and also the referral program means like the word of mouth. Usually, this is a new product. You're willing to buy it if your trust, and to gain the trust, one of it is by endorsement of some of the people who have a high follower, and also the strategic partnership with the big brand in Indonesia. And also the product strategy is like I will do a diversification product and flavors. Like for example, now I will add anchovy, and also like the collaboration more with the local suppliers. Why collaborating more with local suppliers? Because this is seafood. Seafood sometimes like if the weather is bad, the supply sometimes is not that good, it's not that steady. So that's why when you have more supplier, and then you get a better security in terms of supply. And also, yes, because this production is all about yield and production. And also the company developed a new production location. I used to be in GEPI 2 years ago, and now starting this year, I can have my own production in Pluit. Why Pluit? Because in the north, near to the north in fisherman seafood resource, and also enabling better internal system, and also creating SOP like because this is manufacturing, and also building talent for a company. And next, And so that's all for my presentation. And please try my product, and then if you have something, and if you have sent me any feedback, or if you want to learn more, just let me know. Okay, now I will hand over the next presentation.
Welcoming Daniel from the Journal. Okay. Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and from Liveolive, and I don't really have a presentation, but this is our freshly launched, still in beta, money center. We started off as a financial literacy site for women, and I also coach women in Komodo on the side, and I found that women don't just want to be, people don't just want to be educated about finance, but they also want tools so that they can help, so that they can make better decisions. So we evolved, we developed Money Center, which essentially gives people tools. If you scroll down a little bit, what they get is a map, a map for their money, and a lot of tools to determine if they want to retire, how much they need to start saving now, they want to buy a home, they want to send their kids to school, to university, to high school, And we give them things to do. So in a sense, we're like a personal trainer for their money. So we first determine, okay, how are you looking like? What's your money age? We developed the concept, an algorithm for determining your money age. If, for instance, you're 27, your actual age, it can tell you what your money age is based on what you tell us about yourself. So it's understandable. You can immediately know whether I'm doing well or not doing so well. And then we give you little workouts so that you can improve on the areas of your debt. We give you lots of things about debt. If you want to about investing, so we give exercises on investing. Our approach is, if you go down, so know your starting point, as in a GPS, know where your current location is. And then we have also Money House, which tells you what kind of issues you're facing. And then we have tools for your goals. So that's what we have. We also have a lot of content. We go to the ground. We have a lot of content, just making money simple for the man on the street. Our journey has been quite interesting. As I said, about a year and a half ago, we started just as a financial literacy site. And to be honest, we were not really developing that fast. I think it was only after we joined a startup community named GEPI that we really started taking off. And a couple of reasons for that. One is that before joining this space, we used to meet at coffee shops. And that was a challenge, because our team is relatively small. That became a challenge after a while because, one, it became too expensive, and two, we started getting kicked out of coffee shops because they started invading too much of their space and occupying too much of their Wi-Fi. But more than that, as a startup, it's really quite a lonely place to be in. It's not like a corporate setting, and for the first 80% of my working life I was in corporate. It's not like you have a seatmate here, or your boss, or your colleague that you can talk to, someone in the regional office who can help you with your issues. So in a startup, you really have to learn not just how to look for funding, but even simple things like what platform do I use for my next FB Facebook game, or where can I get a good UX designer? So GEPI, being involved in the startup community really helped us be connected with other startups. And also we got very valuable mentoring. For Liveolive, we were very fortunate to have the co-founder of Bright Story, one of the biggest wedding site in Indonesia. It's pretty soon in Asia. So we learned a lot about he taught us a lot about evolving, pivoting, and that's really when our product started to take shape. I think without this, we would still be probably where we were a year and a half ago. Currently, we have close to about 200,000 monthly visitors, and we're growing every month steadily. I guess because and it's really a lot through social media and word of mouth, because I guess once people find out that, hey, there's a site that makes money simple for you, then they start talking about it. Our monetization model is twofold. We have a B2C component. In other words, members, just anybody, can pay for our services, and it's very cheap. It's less than 200,000 for a year, and they get all the support. It's all automated, so it's quite scalable. Yeah? We also have a B2B component where all our tools, financial consultants can use, so insurance agents, independent financial planners can also use our tools for a monthly fee, and they can send it to as many potential clients as they need. So for the financial consultants, the problem is they don't have tools at the moment. At best, they use an Excel spreadsheet, which is very difficult for their, and scary for their clients, potential clients. So those are the two revenue streams that we have. So we connect our members to financial consultants if they need to as well. So that's about Liveolive, and we'll welcome any questions you have in the Q&A. Let me pass you on to Daniel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I'm the CEO of Jurnal. First of all, I want to say sorry for my lateness. So basically, what is Jurnal? Right? We are actually trying to simplify the accounting process of the business. Maybe that like Liveolive, they do more into like personal finance, but we are dealing finance about company, like people who want to get a bit serious about their business, right? So basically, that accounting is the very fundamental thing in every business. If you want to know about how your business is doing, you need to do accounting. The goal of this journal is really to simplify the process of accounting, because accounting is pretty much a chore rather than a need, but we need it, right? I mean, like, it's not a must, but it's a chore, but we need to do it. So basically, that we are a software as a service company. We are based on the subscription basis, so we just provide software, not really the consulting, accounting consulting. We just provide the tools for you to manage your money individually or maybe with your staff. We've been running for about 1.5 years now, and the product itself is already 1 year old. So yeah. Currently, we are serving about 10,000 companies for the bookkeeping. Can you just go to the next one? So we just want to make it simple as possible, and basically the whole big picture of this journey is to make a platform. What do I really mean by platform is basically that we are in the open world right now. I mean, like we are connected everywhere. We are moving from one places to another places very quickly, right? So the platform will really help us as an entrepreneur or as a business owner to really manage our money from everywhere. So like, what is the mobility? Obviously, the second one is that like as we can see now, people are more open. Even banks. Like, I don't know whether you guys heard it or not that OCBC actually opened their API to public from Singapore. So basically, that like you can see that we are go toward openness, and the platform is ready to integrate everything into one platform, because we understand that every business, for every niche, they have a different need. So that's why we just want to cater the accounting platform, and we just really want to engage with other people that who are much more expert in their expertise. All right, cool. I think that's pretty much from me, and I think that if you have questions, you can ask me in the Q&A.
Thank you very much. It's time for Q&A. I think we spent just about 15 to 20 minutes for Q&A, and we use the rest of the time to network. And basically you can talk to our startups here who are still working, and we have some other startups who are sitting here. We have from Asuransi 88 there, stand up. There, insurance aggregator. We have from Liveolive, helping entrepreneurs for information systems, something like that. Yeah, questions. We can talk to them later. Not really familiar. So in total under GEPI right now we have about 36 entities listed. If you're interested to talk to them, just let us know. It's GEPI for everyone. Yeah, okay. So we have 4 speakers and we have Harun here. Any questions? Yes, please.
Hi, my name is India. I come from Entrepreneurship. I'm thrilled by your passion and basically the drive to create something. Yeah, and it's really inspiring. One of my questions is, what will be the biggest challenge at your stage now that you are currently facing? Thank you.
What would be this one? Okay, hard to tell. Well, at the moment, because we grow so fast that we actually need to acquire more talents. I think getting new talents is really challenging, especially in Indonesia. We don't have enough talents around. Of course, there are a lot of people looking for jobs. That's for sure. But the one that's there you go, is it better now? So it's, we grow so fast that we can't catch up with the talent. So I think, we spend like maybe 1 hour for one interview. To get one talent, sometimes we have to interview maybe 10 people, and then that hours is just gone. And then sometimes we get one talent, and then we teach her or him, and then after 3 months they got hijacked by like Matahari Mall or Lazada, then we have to do another 10 hours of interview again, and it's an exhausting process. So I hope I'm really hoping that universities in Indonesia they can start focusing on having more talents, especially digital talents, people who understand like digital marketing, SEM, SEO, or social media. That's my challenge. I know what really
Okay. Basically, most of the new startup will have a challenge in finding talents, but because Rama has really explained it really clearly, I will add in another segment. And what is also the things that the biggest challenge that I have, aside from talent, which is our family as well, is how to manage expectation and alignment to all shareholder and all the head inside the company. It's very hard. I mean, even in a big company, maybe the company can be more resilient, great. But in a startup, once there is no commitment in another shareholder, it can goes really wrong. So it's really super sensitive. So it means that you as a founder and you are the one who really want to have your business succeed, you need to ensure that everything must align. Even though they say yes, it doesn't mean that yes, it's internal. So it's very hard because it's really personal to every people, and then every people can have internal interests, and to the startup that's really sensitive, and even the startup, maybe the sales it can be good, but because internally goes wrong, then the startup dies. That's the biggest challenge for me.
agree with Rama and Leon. Resource talent is always an issue. So just to build on that, I guess for us, the biggest challenge, I guess would be, as a founder myself, it's about focus. Because when you launch a product, you go through beta testing, you see, oh, there's an opportunity here, there's an opportunity there, oh, you can also do this. But it's really, you need to keep to the core first, to your minimum viable product first, before you otherwise you'll get distracted with all sorts of things and you never fully develop your core product. So we've decided that, okay, we will listen, but we will stick to our core product, yeah? And we will, the feedback that we're getting from either advisors or from beta testers, we'll put that in the pipeline for future development. So I think focus is so important for a startup, and that's constantly a challenge.
In my opinion, I agree with three of them. Like, I mean, whatever they say, I actually feel myself that there's a really big challenge to be focused, talent, and also having the same expectation with others. But I want to take one point, maybe from the business side. Like, I mean, like why we call ourselves startup. We call ourselves startup because we want to have this hyper growth, right? And actually, that maintaining the growth of the company is really tough. Like, I mean, like today you're growing by 20%, let's say this month, right? For the next month to grow by another 20%, you need to do something extraordinary to make it grow 20%. So basically, that like I think that. I mean, we have all this knowledge of talent, we have this expectation error, but I mean, to hit the expectation of this high growth as a startup is just very challenging in my opinion.
Let's hear from the investor side. What's the biggest challenge right now for the startup? You face.
Well, I think I agree with them. The first one, I think talent. I think talents are out there, but they are just difficult to spot. Yeah, they're just out there. But to persuade them to work for you as a startup, I think it's a tough one. Yes. It is good. Because you have to change the mindset, how would you persuade somebody to already work for an established company to switch to startup? That's a tough one. And then for you to find, when you get investors, you have to make them happy, and they keep bugging you. I think in this case, you chose the wrong investor. Yeah, the good investor has to leave you alone. Yeah, that's why when you find an investor that is fast to say yes, I think that's a bad one. So you have to find some investors that are very tough to convince, and then later leave you alone. I think that's the best one. So that's what I experienced from being an investor. Because the more we get involved into the business, I think the faster they fail. Seriously. Honestly, we are not the expert. You are the passionate ones. You know your business. We are just investors. We invest in you. If we don't like you, we just move to another one. But we do not try to intervene in what we do. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, right now, don't forget, it's the event from the initiated by the Ivy League framework. I'm sure you can find talents from the Ivy League graduates here. Maybe one of two would have recruitment companies. And also don't forget to go to Ciputra in Surabaya. Very good talents, right? Okay, next questions. Yes, please.
I'm from Liveolive. I also joined GEPI workspace here. My question is, how you all got feedback from the user, and how is you have a schedule, maybe every 3 months or every 6 months, and how if the result is totally different from your expectation?
Yeah, so I think that it's really different from like each company, because we really want to see what kind of company that we are doing. Like for example, I only can say for as a product company because we are building software. Right? So basically that like when we release the feature outside, we put an announcement. And the good thing about our company is that we always provide online chat, so they can actually give a feedback straight over to us. And that is one way of feedback. The other way is that we're actually monitoring the activity of the user, how they are going to behave inside our application. Is their behavior really what we are intended or not? I mean, like if we are not intended, they do this way, but they do it means that we are doing a very poor job, right? So if we after the result we're gonna iterate whether we want to make it better or maybe just like kill it off.
That's a very good question, because iterating your product is very important for a startup. So we do a lot of A/B testing, and paid ads is a very good way, or advertising is a very good way of testing, because you can have immediate feedback. So we launch, I'll tell you the story, on Facebook ads, or Facebook, just boosting a post on Facebook, for instance. We tried 2 types of pictures. Exactly the same picture, one is slightly darker than the other. Right? Everything was the same. We ran the same amount of money and the same time, etc. Yeah? The same target audience, and the one that was brighter, literally, the brighter picture had, I think, 3 times more clicks. Yeah? So you need to experiment a lot with your landing page, with your ads, with everything. So that's one. We do a lot of A/B testing. We also make use a lot of Google Analytics, and can learn a lot by the types of what's bringing traffic to you and all that. Yeah? Third, we actually speak directly to our to our members, or representative sample of our members very, very frequently. So at least once a week, I will go out there and really talk to our users and potential users. So it's a lot of really rolling up your sleeves and getting involved in the lives of it's a contact sport. So learning is first product is very much rubbing elbows.
How do we get the feedback? Because we are a food product, so we get involved in many events, and also in the bazaar. Why bazaar? Because on those days we can see the direct feedback from the customer, and we spread sample to the event and also the bazaar. And on that time we can grab the feedback right away, and then we collect all the feedbacks, whether it is written. For example, if there is a more formal event, we will have a written survey. But in the bazaar, usually it's more like an ad hoc survey. So, and then we collect all those kind of surveys, and then we try to quantify of those feedback for the constructive feedback to the impact whether it is to the financial or to the operation. Then we make a decision based on that.
Well, I think all the same. What I want to add is that you can't make anyone happy. You have a lot of feedback from users, from suppliers, customers. They want this, they want that, but at the end of the day, I think what we need to do is just to prioritize which are the most important ones. Sometimes I think like you launch one product, you sell new categories, then you start getting all different ideas, different feedback from people, and distract you from doing the core business that you do. So I guess my point is that you have a lot of probably 10 or 100 feedback in a month. Then you pick 3, the most important one, the most impactful one. Then you start working on those 3 instead of looking at all those 10 or 100. Then start doing the whole thing at the same time. So that's what I normally do.
All right, thank you. One more questions probably before we go to the networking sessions. Yes.
Hi, my name is Risco. I'm exploring the startup ideas, and we have some ideas. But basically, we've been faced with this question, whether running a self-funded startup, which may be small scale, but have full control, or a larger scale with venture-backed capital, but less control. So maybe the question is to the founders here, who have been faced with this question before. How do you manage the relationship with the investors? What are their expectations? Or if you have a second choice, what would you do? And maybe for Harun as an investor, what would be the criteria you look for in a company? And what advice would you give to startups?
Okay. Well, I think for our investors, before we join WITME, it's always revenue and growth. Now we join WITME, it's a listed company, and so it's all about it's still the same growth, but before we were looking at like profitability, it's probably one of the key factors. But now, sometime when you join this listed company, that revenue, the top line is probably more important than others. So the good thing is that the investors, our investors, they, like Harun said, they leave us alone, but they give us good support. We we do like a weekly meeting with them, and that's it. And then they share us their challenges, and we share them our challenges. But they are not decision makers for us. So if your question is whether you go small with no investors, but either you stay small, or whether you go, with investors and you can go big. If your focus is to grow your company, then you need to go bigger. If you can do it yourself, that's great. But the odds are really small. I guess the investors are not there just to give you financial support, but they're also there for you to open a new network. They also open up and they share us new knowledge. They've been there before, they've been in new situations, so they know. So they bring more values than just money. That's what.
In my opinion, it's all about how the goal that you set with the shareholder and shareholder, either in the investor or the other co-founders. And then talking about whether it is a big control in small scale or small control in a big scale, back with the venture capital. I would like to say I prefer to have a big control in something that I really excel at. So it means that, so first of all, I need to see what is the goal. And when we see the goal in a strategic way, we make it more specific way. How do I expertise as a co-founder can be contributed to the whole business. If the goal can make me can make my expertise to really put in a control on it, then I would like to say I prefer in the big control. And so it's all about the goal itself, how you want to bring your company to. Because from that goal, and based on the goal that's agreed by all the co-founders and shareholders, we need to see, because we need to, then take a decision how can your control size to the company.
We're self-funded at the moment. We're not turning away money just for investors out there. It's just that we made a conscious decision that to build our minimum viable product first. And then once we have traction, then we will, and we're ready to scale up, then that's the time that we will, really actively look for investors.
I think the question is not whether we should take the money from the investor or not. Like, I think the question should be like whether can we do something out of the money, right? I mean, I can give you money, but if you don't know what you can do with the money, then basically you maybe can pay yourself a bit high salary, and after 6 months you will not bankrupt the company. But if you really think that by taking the investor money and you can get to the next level, then yes, you should take it, right? I mean, giving percentage to the investor doesn't mean that you give the control. As I think Harun specified earlier, and I mentioned earlier, that in a good investor don't really bother. They just leave it. They just put the money and believe that you will grow the money for them.
Yeah, like I said, as investor, we leave them alone. But it doesn't mean that we leave them alone, meaning that they can do whatever they want. Because in the beginning, when we invest in the person. Definitely in the person. And then after that, we look at the business model. The simpler, the better. Yeah. Whether you want to grow big or not, it's not a choice. You have to go big. Grow big. You don't have a choice. You have to be able to scale it up. You have to be able to grow. Because I am sure you, as a good entrepreneur, you don't want to stay small. You want to grow. That's not a choice. So in order to grow, whether you need somebody else's fund to grow or not, then it's your decision. We as investor, we just see that whether, like you said, our fund can utilize value. 1 rupiah becomes 10 or 100 or whatever. So, like I said, don't go to the first investor that say yes immediately. I think that's a very dangerous exercise. The harder to get the investor, I think the better, because once you convince them, then they will leave you. But the first one to say yes, usually they will bother you every day.
Alright, so it's already 8:45, so we'll have more chance to speak and ask questions directly to each startup. It's time to networking sessions, and we have the representative from IBM, Bob, will close the sessions for us.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Harun, for your time, also for the founders. So I hope you guys had a great time and for what you want. So please stick around and network with each other, know each other, and hopefully grow business.